లైవ్ ఉండని ఒకసారి పబ్లిక్ చేసి లింక్ పెట్టరా. లైవ్ లింక్ పెట్టినావు నాకు యూట్యూబ్ ది. ఉండని పబ్లిక్ ఉన్నా ఏం కాదు కానీ ఒకసారి లింక్ పెట్టు. పబ్లిక్ లోనే ఉంటుంది. కామన్ గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టేసి పెడుతున్నాను. సరే
ఇప్పుడు ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చెప్పానా?
నువ్వు స్క్రీన్ షేర్ ఓన్లీ అది చేయరా, టీమ్స్ విండో చేయి, అన్నొద్దు.
హలో, డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వస్తుందా?
ఏం రావట్లేదు.
క్రిథోమెద్ పోస్టర్ కన్నా క్రిథోమెద్ లోగో బెటర్ ఉంటది కదా. క్రిథోమెద్ పోస్టర్ కన్నా నేను పెడతాను.
పూర్తిగా ఉంది కదా తన దగ్గర ఉంటది.
నా దగ్గర ఉంది. అంటే నేను మీకు పంపిస్తారా?
ఏసీఆర్ నీది కూడా పెట్టుకో. క్రిథోమెద్ అని లాగిన్ అయ్యి దాంట్లో ప్రొఫైల్ పిక్ పెట్టు. దానికి
క్రిథోమెద్ పేరు పెట్టుకున్నావు లేదా? అది క్రిథోమెద్ ఐడి కదా, మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ అకౌంట్ అది. దాంట్లోకి అకౌంట్ సెట్టింగ్స్ కి పోయి ఫోటో మార్చు. ఒక్క నిమిషం. స్క్రీన్ షేర్ వస్తుందా?
Good evening, everyone. We are Team Krithomedh, and we thank you all the participants for joining this meet. As we are glad to conduct this session, and we really hope this session results in fruitful conversation between our sponsor and the participants. And I'd like to welcome our sponsor and founder of Synapse, Mr. Manik, to take over.
Hello, everybody. I hope I am audible, visible, right? If anyone can confirm.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Nice to see you all. And I also request everybody to turn on their videos, please, while we go ahead with the webinar. I would want to know, like, from which all colleges people have joined. Like, I think VNR, and you can just unmute yourself and say your college name. Who else? Who do we have in the call today? Pretty low on NFG, is it? Okay, are you aware, Hari, who all have joined? From which colleges?
Guys, please be interactive.
People are like, let somebody else turn on their video first and then I'll speak. What do you do, Rishit? Rishit is the organizer, is it? And Saket?
Yes, sir, I'm participant, sir.
Nice to meet you, Saket. What do you do? Which college you are from?
Vienna, sir.
Which one? VNR, is it?
Yes, sir, Vienna, sir.
Okay, nice. Shall I pick somebody from the call? Uday. Uday is there? Who do
Yes,
we
if
have?
you have any kinds of doubts, you can interact with Manik, sir. Okay, so please maintain the session and interact the session.
We have Khyati, Swapnit, Tejasvi, Sai Teja, Isha, Arun, Siddharth, and who else do we have? Saket. Okay, no problem. I understand, like, usually this happens that people are fearful to turn on the videos or maybe talk. So I have got few questions, right? So we will start with them. First of all, I'll just talk about what do I do. I'm currently a senior engineer at Amazon, right? And founder of Synapse. We have been working on Synapse for almost like a year, and at Amazon, I've been for around 5 years now, right? In which we have developed large scale applications and things which interacts with user and things which break, and there are large scale impacts going up to billions of dollars, right? That is what we have been working on. There are questions um, related to the job market or maybe AI or entrepreneurship, right? And how to build a startup, etc. So I'll just maybe I'll start from what is most important for a college student, right, in general, and then we can go over other things as well. So the first thing is job opportunities, right? Although this is the least question in the poll, I guess, that nobody cares about the job opportunities. It is just tell me how to build a startup or or what is the future of AI, right? Job opportunities. Uh, so when you get out of the college, right? When you graduate from the college, you can either be an entrepreneur, or you can get a job, or you can go for higher studies. This is what usually folks do, right? But uh, uh, I think the one path which somebody should take up first to learn how the world works, if you don't know that already, either via your personal business or you just have experience of talking to people, I think it is a job, right? Job tells you how exactly you have to work, what processes you have to introduce, and how do you basically get collaborate with others, right? That is a very important skill, to know how to collaborate, right? And like there will be discussions and points from other members in the team who might disagree with you, right? How do you handle disagreements? How do you convince everybody else to basically on your point maybe, or how do you yourself get convinced, right? For the overall discussion of whatever is going on, right? That I think job teaches you very well. So I think you should go ahead with the job, in the sense, if you don't know all these things already, right? Maybe coming to another point, as of today, if we talk about job, then what is the future of AI with respect to the job, or how is job market going to get affected by that? So you guys are probably in your second year, third year, final year, or first year, right? AI. So I have worked on AI as well quite a lot during my college time, around 5 years back, and at that time there was just a hype of AI, right? There were ground level things being done, but not that their application like we can see today. As of today, the job market is heavily affected by AI, right? It is it is that the things which would have taken, let's say, 7 days to get done, now could be done in just 1 or 2 hours. It, as of today, it is not that everybody is using AI in the company, right? But but consider that in the next 2 to 3 years, AI will be heavily incorporated into each and everything we do. If you have already started to use AI, let's say to design icons, to basically build a software, if you are already aware of what Chat GPT can do, GPT models can do, or maybe what Claude or any other AI model can do, right? It is going to impact a lot in terms of productivity. Now, for whom is this thing good, and for whom this thing is bad? If you are an entrepreneur, right, it is very good for you. The reason being, you will be able to get things done much faster. You will be able to get things done iteratively much faster, multiple times. At the same time, you would not need to interact with a human, right? But for whom it is not good, people who have the skills which are done extremely well by AI, right? One of them is designing any image, right? That is one of the things which AI can do very well. Wherever there is a pattern matching system involved, AI can do it very well. Another one is, can we say coding? Maybe not today as good as human engineers can do, but certainly in the next 1 year, right? So basically, we all have learned coding during our college time, and maybe even before that as well, right? And now when we go ahead, we find that AI can actually do it itself. So, and businesses who are not aware that will use engineers, right? And businesses who are aware of how to use that AI will use engineers, but less. In the sense that if you want to move ahead of everybody else, right? Because it is a job market, and you are in just one race, I would say, or group of people. If you want to move ahead, whoever has the mic on, I'll say, like, if you can mute yourself, right?
हाय चक 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 मैं हाय चक चक अरे तो वीडियो ऑन कर रहे हैं पीछे में ये गाते गाते जाते
Sai Krishna, I think if you can mute yourself. Yeah, basically AI is going AI Yeah, if the Krithomedh team can just check if somebody is muting others, right? That will be good. But yeah, AI is already changing quite a lot of things, right? You if you want to be in the be among those people, right, who are ahead of everybody else, start to use AI and learn how the GPT models work and how you can incorporate it. What in the next 3 years, probably the coding environment will change a lot. The time probably you guys graduate, if you are in second year right now, the time you graduate, the world will be much different compared to what it is today with respect to software engineering. As of today itself, we are using quite a lot of softwares. Even in Amazon, you can think that such a big company, the change is usually difficult, right? But when in such a big company where change itself is usually difficult, but still people are going ahead and using things, that means some technology has penetrated very deep into the system, right? Which is now not at all easy to get removed, right? So basically you have to learn what are those applications of AI and what you can do with it, right? And try to have skills which AI as of today cannot do really well. One of them is probably communication skills, right? Communication comes with not just language, not just with the voice. It comes with the physical communication as well, like your body language, etc. Right? So you have to be very good with all of those things, in my opinion. First, okay. So future of AI, it is going to be bright, super bright, right? One of the questions which the team has asked, and it is going to lead to a lot of new different types of jobs, and it is going to lead to layoffs or removal of certain types of jobs. If you have any questions, right, you can ask me. Right? With respect to, I'll move on to the second point, which is entrepreneurship, right? With respect to entrepreneurship, if you are able to find an idea, right, or if you think that something might work, just go ahead with it. It might be something duplicate which is already existing in the system, right? It might not be something groundbreaking. It need not be something groundbreaking. But when you go after entrepreneurship, it teaches you how to talk to people, how to get things done, how do you handle different domains of a company, such as talking to a CA and getting things done, such as talking to engineers and hiring them or firing the engineers. These are all very different experiences which you will usually not get in a job, right? That is where entrepreneurship and how do you get the funding, etc. How do you talk to the government officials? These are the things which you will not get in a job, right? But the pros of the job, I already told you that it teaches you how to talk to people, how to collaborate, etc. So definitely that is going to help you. But certainly as of today, I don't think that is the future for quite a long time now. Probably from the next 3 to 4 years, all of these things will change. You might see completely different jobs, right? um, Current job scenario in AI. This is a good question. Like, if you learn AI, then what are the job process? I think your chances of getting a job, etc., are going to increase because you are certainly going to be much more productive compared to others, right? At the same time, you will be able, there will be less number of people required by the hiring team or the company to to get things done, right? So in my opinion, if you learn AI, such as you might not even learn like the ground level AI, such as the mathematics of it. But even if you know at least how to use it and what are the use cases and how to get things done using an AI model, I think that is going to help you a lot. So yeah, I think that was it about the questions on future of AI, entrepreneurship, etc. If you have any questions, right, you can ask me. Specifically, Krithomedh team, if you are there. Yeah, Sai Krishna, you can go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Actually, I wanted to know the current demand for MERN developers who also know ML ops. So,
Okay.
like the ability of a person to build applications, AI applications. Is there any job market for that, and will that grow in future? Because that is the profile that I want to make to become.
Yes, that is a good job profile to go with. The reason being, not just software engineering, but you know how to actually build a software solution for AI, right? It is going to give you an edge over others in the sense that, you know, as software engineers, people know how to write code and how to build a software engineering system. But building an ML model and getting it deployed and to production and you know, having it available for users is a whole different scenario. So if you know how to do that, kind of good job profile to go after, Sai Krishna.
One more thing, sir. Like the problem is React has so much boilerplate within it, right? And there are many frameworks which are much simpler and efficient in nature. But the problem is still React is the most popular one. So what we need to choose, popular one or effective one? Like we have to go for the popular or the efficient one.
That is a good question. You know, yeah, React does have a lot of boilerplate code compared to, let's say, Flutter, right? Or Dart. What do you need to go after with? Then it depends on your situation. What do you want as of today? Do you want a job or do you want to build a startup, right? Or some application, let's say for your college project, or maybe something you want to learn something latest, right? If your idea is that you want to go after a job which has high probability that you may get it, then it is React, right? But at the same time, if you want to build something of your own, I would say Flutter or Dart. And even if you learn both, what is the big deal? Like, how much time does it take to learn React properly? 1 month. How much time will it take to learn Flutter? 1 month maximum, right? You can, given you have a lot of time, I think you can go ahead after both. And given they both have similarities to certain extent, right? So that's from me. Did I
Thank you,
answer
sir.
your question, Sai Krishna?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Anybody else? Any other question? I think we had few questions. Hola, other visit, you want to go ahead? I can read a few questions from a document which was shared to me. So there is one question from Navneet, which is what kind of products does startup build and how they scale them to gain profits, especially in the tech domain? What kind of products startup build? See, a startup is something which is going to solve a problem. It can build anything. It can be from Ola to Uber to Synapse to any other startup such as Zomato or maybe a few times back Paytm. Startups find a problem and then they solve it, right? And but the point is, how do they scale them to gain profits, especially in the tech domain? So with tech domain, I am understanding that you are building a tech startup, right? So if you have to gain profit, one is that you would need to have your business plan of how exactly you are going to gain a profit from your application or website, right? In whichever way, what services are you providing and what are you going to ask from? Are you going to ask from the users, or maybe your sole aim would be just advertisement, etc. For example, there is this company called Duolingo, right, which does not charge users, at least as far as I know, till few times back, it did not charge users. Now it does earn and earns a lot. The reason is it's advertisement on the app itself. But the way it is advertised in that way that it does not look like it is a part different from the app. It is just something which looks like inherently part of the app itself, right? So to make it coherent with the entire app ecosystem or website, but at the same time, it is an advertisement which will gain visibility from the users. So that is how you gain the profits, right? But it does happen that person who is new to startup, it is better to take guidance from somebody who has already done startup. It will help you a lot. So that was from Navneet. Navneet, if you are here, if I have answered your question, let me know. I'll move to next question, which is from Venkat. I'm very much interested in starting a company. What type of idea can make a big impact in startups in future, like 5 years? Biotechnology and some things on AI, right, are going to have a lot of impact. Other than that, if anywhere you are able to remove human interaction, I think that is also going to work a lot. Wherever you can remove human interaction or reduce human interaction, those type of ideas can usually make a big impact. Kaushik, there is one question. I've been curious of the use of mathematics that we are learning now in AI ML industry. So how important is the math, and what should we be doing right now if we want to build startup like ChatGPT? Well, ChatGPT or any other model, right? It requires a lot of compute and just say that a lot of money to even build it. Build in the sense to train that model. But at the same time, how is mathematics that we are learning is going to be useful in the AI ML industry? So there are two different types of job roles or maybe work. One is that you know the mathematics, so you build the model. Another one is that you already have the model, you fine tune it, and then you use it as an application. So applied science engineer and a research scientist, right? I think if you want to build something from scratch, then research scientist would be good, wherein you can use your mathematics knowledge to build and improve the existing models. If you want to build a use case out of it, then you can go ahead with applied science, so that you can build something which is usable for the end users, and that's how you can basically build systems like ChatGPT. But at the same time, having foundation of machine learning is very important. Maybe you can just go ahead with some courses from Andrew Ng, who is more or less godfather of AI, with whom you can get the basic knowledge of at the core how exactly models or AI work. So that is how you can use your ML and mathematical knowledge, right? What should we be doing right now? Don't forget your mathematics. Keep doing it and see how you can use the differential equations, etc., things to improve an existing model. And if at all you can think about how to reduce the time to train a machine learning model, that will be a big help. As of today, it takes around months to build a huge model like ChatGPT, GPT-4, etc. So yeah, that's for you, Kaushik. Harshita has a question. How do you attract sponsors or funding to the startup or company? How do you even approach them in initial phases? This is a very good question, in the sense that it just shows that you don't know and you want to know how does all these things happen, right? First is that you build something, right? And your idea you should be able to convey your idea to whomever you are talking to, that why whatever you are doing is going to be useful and money making, right? That's how people invest in your startup. How do you even approach them? There are multiple ways of approaching people. One is that you cold mail them, if at all you know their email IDs. Another one is social media, that you post your product, the way it works, etc., and if somebody is interested, they will look into it. For example, on Twitter, many times people post, right? And founder of Mahindra & Mahindra, he looks after people and he does provide funding online, right? One is that way. Another one is your network, the network which you have today, maybe your faculties, your principal, college principal, etc. Believe me, the college principal has like very huge network. Specifically for VNR, I think we have Rana Daggubati's father, right, as the president. So you, wherever you are standing, I think there itself you have to identify who is in your network and how you can gain support from them, right? Then Byte Buddies ask, is doing DSA still relevant in 2024? Yes, as of today, it is relevant. It is going to be relevant even later on, right? Probably the next 5. It is always going to be relevant as long as you want to do research, right? If you don't want to do research, then maybe the relevancy will decrease. But at the same time, if you have to build a software like ChatGPT, right, you have to know DSA. So yes, DSA is going to be relevant, and it is good for your brain to keep it sharp. Abhay Shrivastava asks, what emerging AI technologies should professionals be aware of, and where can we study the AI technologies for free? So, see, I think the world has already bombarded with AI technologies. You can just Google and find out the best AI websites for anything, or just the best AI websites, and you will come to know Copy.ai, ChatGPT, and many other things like that. Explore all of them and see what they do. That's how you will know that there are things which are basically being done by AI and how you can incorporate them in your system. So that's how you look at it. Salman asks, as AI is overtaking tech, in order to get a job, what should we do as a learning so that it is useful in future? As of today, I think it is still the same, that learn DSA first. At the same time, you have to learn what all AI is doing and how it is exactly working, right? And how you can incorporate them in your day-to-day life. And maybe okay that you can get the job with your DSA, but may not be in the next 2 years, right? So learn about machine learning, its mathematics from the foundational courses, which I told you, like from Andrew NG on Coursera, you can find them, right? Other than that, learn the applications of AI. The applications of AI are the one which is going, which if you know, you will be ahead of everybody else just automatically. So I had these questions. If anybody else has any question, you can let me know, guys, and I can answer them. If no, then I can just talk about my startup. It's called Synapse. We are building Synapse because we think that it is not your knowledge, it is not your technical skills, it is not your technical skills which are going to get you far, right? If you are really good technically, you may get into a very good job, etc., etc. But what is going to give you an edge over others is your networking, right? There might be things which everybody is doing in the college today, but there is no visibility for it, right? Why shouldn't we have a visibility for the work which you are doing? Let's say, like I told you, if you post your stuff on Twitter, etc., many of the founders do look into it. Elon Musk, Anand Mahindra, many others, right? They look in, people look into it, right? But at the same time, for students specifically, there is no such solution wherein you can get the visibility and cross collaboration. Like people don't even know the students from an adjacent class. What about students from a different college? The reason I'm talking about all this, like why should you know, is because as of today, you may not realize, but later on when you go ahead, right, you will find that even though you have, let's say, I will just quote a number, let's say you have $10 million, right? You will still not be as powerful as a person who knows the prime minister, right? It's as simple as that. It does not matter how much money that person has. If he knows the prime minister, he can get things done much better than you can do, right? Because your money is not your power. The power is your network. So that is what we have been working on. I'm founder of Synapse. Synapse is basically a solution specifically for the students, wherein students from the entire world will be present on the application. You can talk to the students, you can see what all is going in a specific college, or right, you can see what all is going to you can see basically the events etc which are going on in college. For example, let's say there is some event in I'll just consider IIT Delhi. Do you know what is going on in IIT Delhi right now? And why should you not know? You are a student. You have to know what all is going on in the entire India or the world about in academics. If you know that, you will know that there are students who are doing stuff which we are not even aware of, or maybe what we are doing somebody else is not aware of. They will get inspired with that. So we are building, we are working on a solution wherein students from the entire world are present and they can know each other, collaborate with each other, right, at the same time, and basically increase their network. That is how we basically increase our power. So that is about Synapse. Maybe Krithomedh team can share the link with you about Synapse, its Play Store link, and some other links related to understanding Synapse. Right. That's it from me. If you have any questions, right, go ahead. Yeah. So I think I have to share the problem statements, but at the same time, if we identify that there are people who can work on the problem statements which we have identified, we will provide the internships to them. You are obviously going to work on the cutting edge technology as well as, you know, the latest one, which is definitely going to make you feel a little bit overwhelmed. But I think that's how students grows. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, sure. No problem. Always there for students. Thank you, everybody.